Today I'm going to be talking about the ninth exercise in the Simon Fisher Basics book, and this has to do with hand balance. At the heel, the first finger contacts the bow closer to the nail joint, as shown in figure 9a, which makes the hand slightly more vertical on the bow. The fourth finger balances the weight of the bow. At the point, the first finger contacts the bow closer to the middle joint, shown in figure 9b, which makes the hand slightly tilted or turned away from the fourth finger towards the first finger. The first finger has two jobs to perform. The first one is the part of the first finger on top of the stick injects weight into the string, except when playing forte if it touches the stick lightly, and in the lower half sometimes comes a hair breadth away from the stick. The second role is the part of the first finger on the side of the stick to help keep the bow straight. Because the contact point on the side of the stick does not change, it feels as though the first finger stays fixed in one position, even though the contact point on top of the stick changes between the heel, or nearer to the nail joint, and then the point, nearer to the middle joint. The fourth finger should stay on the stick in the upper half unless the hand is too small, keeping the hand balanced on the bow and helping to avoid too much first finger pressure. Again, excessive first finger pressure causes the hand to tense up, and over prolonged periods of time this can end up causing problems such as tendonitis and pinched nerves. And I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, but there's a lot of playing related injuries that can happen because of excess tension. The change from more vertical at the heel in figure 9a to a more tilted The change from more vertical at the heel to more tilted at the point must happen smoothly, or the bow will shake somewhere around the middle of a whole down bow stroke. So for this exercise, play slow, even, and fortissimo whole bows near the bridge. Start playing at the heel without the first finger. After a few centimeters, put the first finger down in its usual place on the stick. Continuing down bow, take the fourth finger, third finger, and second finger off in that order. Arrive at the point with only the first finger and the thumb on the bow. So, the first step, start playing at the heel without the first finger. The second step during the up bow is to start with only the thumb and first finger, and as we go up, slowly put the second, third, and fourth finger back on the bow in that order. And then once we get to the bottom, we take off our first finger again and arrive at the heel with all the fingers on the bow except the first. Be careful to put the fingers back in their correct shape and position. The third step is to do exactly the same down and up, but without lifting the second finger. Do the same thing again, but this time do not lift the third finger either. Then the fifth step is to start and finish without the first finger as before, but leave all the other fingers on the bow in their usual place. Without lifting any finger, each remaining solidly on the bow, play forte whole bows with a solid and even tone. Feel the same changes in weight distribution as you play from heel to point and then back again. Pretty sure wait. Okay, this is a little bit confusing. So do the same down and up without lifting the second finger. So so oh my goodness. Where? My ears hurt. Ow. Okay. So we'll start this one again.